Damon Khan here for Seconds Out. Pleasure to be joined by Pistol Pete Dobson. Pete, good to see you. How's life?
Life is great, man. Can't complain. How you doing?
Yeah, all the better for speaking to yourself. Looking forward to seeing an announcement for you, though. It's been a while since you've been out back in the ring. When can we expect to see you back in between the ropes?
Looking get back as soon as possible. I'm trying to fight. I'm calling out some guy that beat my last opponent. I forgot his name. I think his name is Roman. Because they were supposed to have a rematch, but Jaleel, I think he broke his foot. So I'm like, hey, you need an opponent like me, you know? But I don't think he wants to fight. He's saying that he's looking for a payday or whatever. So, but other than that, I should be, my manager said I should be back in September.
So is that a bit of a frustrating period for you to be waiting for an opportunity?
Not really, because I was in the FDNY Academy. I became a firefighter, so like during that time, I wasn't really looking for a fight. I actually just started looking for a fight maybe like 2 months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've become a firefighter in the meantime.
Yeah.
What's the 9 to 5 like?
I'm still just getting used to it. It's different.
Does it keep you fit still?
Um, not really. The academy kept me fit, but not the actual job. Even though I stay fit regardless, but if I didn't stay fit on my own, no.
Can you tell us about some of the experiences you've had as a firefighter?
It's just the most the thing that I like have a problem with the most is like, I get a lot of EMS calls, and I see a lot of people like lose their life like almost every day, and it's like that's the only real like bad thing I see. But other than that, I love the job because like when I show up or like my company shows up, people are like they're happy to see us. Like the heroes are here now, you know. So it's like a fulfilling job, but crazy stuff is like I see people pass away all the time, and it's like sometimes it's young people.
Does it put your career and life, I guess, in perspective?
It just makes me think about my family more. Like how I gotta, take care of them and make sure they're good, and make sure they take care of themselves.
Hmm. I hear that. So you say you're going to be back at September. What's the goal for you this year? Where do you want to be by the end of 2025?
I want to fight for a world title by the end of 2025. So I would love to fight for one of those interim belts and get ranked and get a shot at one of the world titles.
Do you think part of the reason as to why you've had a bit of a time out of the ring is because you did well against Conor Benn, you did really well against Jalil Hackett? Prospects, people don't want to fight you because they think, hey, you're tough work.
Um, Not necessarily. I think it had to do with myself, like where I was at in life, because I got offered fights, but I wasn't prepared because I was in shape, but I wasn't in boxing shape because the academy was 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So it was like, and then I had to study, so I barely had time to sleep.
Hmm.
So it was like I wouldn't be in fight condition, so I didn't take the fights, and I got offered a deal, but I'm not sure I can speak on it yet. I just signed to a promoter, but my contract isn't active yet until they give me my first fight. So, like I feel like because I fought Conor Benn, a lot of guys do want to fight me because they feel like I got a name on my resume.
Hmm.
So like they want to fight me. Like I'm known now. Before I couldn't get fights because no one knew who I was, except for boxers. And then I was a big risk. But after I fought Conor Benn, now people probably see me as a risk, but it's more like I have more leverage now because I fought on TV. So now it's like they fight me. They're fighting somebody with not the biggest name, but with a name.
Hmm. I was there for that fight with Conor Benn. I was certainly impressed by yourself. I wonder what you take from that fight with Ben. What did you think of him as a fighter?
I feel like he's like I said, he's athletic. He got he just he you can tell he hasn't been boxing for a long time. And to make it where he's made it with as much experience as he has, he should be like proud of himself, or his people should be proud of him. But like I said, when I was leading up to the fight, he doesn't really have that much experience. He's just like has natural speed and strength. No, he's athletic. But other than that, like his IQ isn't that good. Um, and yeah, he can only get better though.
What was his power like? How would you describe it?
I mean, it wasn't like power that I've never felt before.
Hmm.
So it was like I felt all kinds of like I've sparred with Terence Crawford, Boots, all types of fighters. So it's like he did hit on a level that I never experienced before. You know?
Hmm. He's got a big fight coming up with Chris Eubank Jr. How do you see that fight going?
No, I wish him the best. I want him to win. But I don't know. I think Chris is too big for him. But to be honest, I never really seen Chris fight like that. But he looks like a big guy when he's coming down in weight. So yeah, I think Chris got the advantage because of his weight. But I'm rooting for Conor.
I'm glad you mentioned about the weight because Chris has to weigh in at 160 on the Friday, but then on the Saturday he can weigh no more than 170. What's that gonna is that gonna be a difference on the night because Chris can only weigh to 170?
And what happens if he weighs over 170?
Then he's fined a an amount per pound over £100,000.
He's probably gonna come, and he's probably making way more than that. So he's gonna come in overweight.
You think so?
Like those weight clauses or whatever, they always break them.
Hmm.
No, it's because they're making a lot of money, so they can just afford to pay the fines. So my guess is he's gonna come in at a comfortable weight.
Is that what you do in this situation? Would you weigh in higher than you were told to and just pay the fine?
That's what I would do because if you lose, no one wants to hear an excuse why you lost. So for me, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is winning the fight. I pay whatever fine.
So if, let's say, Chris Eubank Jr. does weigh in at 170, will that play a factor in the fight that he isn't at his full weight?
Um, it'll just be an excuse. It's his fault. Should never took the fight.
Hmm.
Feel me?
You mentioned there that you want to see Conor Benn win that fight against Chris Eubank Jr. From what you've seen of Chris, what does he have to look out for apart from the weight?
I don't know because like I've seen little highlights of Chris, but no, I'm a big guy on like you can make. I know a lot of guys they have highlights against guys that aren't that good, and when they step in with somebody on their level, they don't look the same. So I can't really judge Chris. I don't know any of his opponents. I don't even know anyone he fought. And I know he's fought some names, but I think he lost when he fought the names, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like we got to see like what he's really about, you know? Because everybody looks good against nobodies. So when you step in the ring with somebody that's on the same level or higher than you, we really see how skillful you are and what you can do.
But you mentioned in the fight with yourself, you felt that you didn't see the IQ come from Conor Benn. Does he have the boxing IQ to beat Eubank Jr.?
Like I said, I never really watched Chris Eubank Jr. fight. I just seen highlights of him like in the gym sparring one time. He hit some guy with an uppercut. I think it went like viral. But you know, I'm not a Chris Eubank fan. Like, like I wouldn't watch him fight. So,
Did you see the moment with the egg slap though? What did you think of that?
I found that corny. And yeah, That's corny. I feel like you shouldn't put your hands on another fighter, even though I slapped Jaleel Hackett, but it's because he touched me first. Like, because we're gonna fight in the ring, and it's like you touching me. Now if I hit you, they're gonna cancel the fight. So it's like it's unfair. Like, because now if you hit me, now it's on sight when I see you in the ring, out the ring. As soon as I see you, I'm getting my back. So it's like, why even put us in that position? It's like we're about to get paid. We could fight in the ring. So we shouldn't touch each other until it's time to get in the ring, because in the streets, if you touch me outside, we not getting in the ring. We're going to fight every time I see you until I get my revenge. Feel me? So I think it's corny for him to do that.
The other fight I wanted to mention to you about is you're talking about your experience with sparring Terence Crawford. What was that like? How much did you take from those spars?
I learned a lot from Terence. Like, I learned like a lot of fighters, they throw soft punches, they touch. But then when they throw hard shots, you can tell that, like me, I have a good eye, so I could tell when they're gonna punch hard or when they're throwing taps. So it's like they can't hit me. But Crawford, he knows how to make his taps look like the same way his power shots look. So he'll touch you and you'll be like, oh, he don't hit hard. And then he'll throw a punch that looks exactly the same and it'll be hard. And you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I thought he was throwing a tap. Like, he's smart. He knows how to, like, trick you. And that's what boxing is all about, like, being unpredictable.
So would he beat Canelo if that fight gets made?
Yeah, that's the weight issue. I don't know, because, I've never been in the ring with Canelo, but from what I've seen, he's one of the best in the world. And he's way bigger than Crawford. Crawford's coming from 135. And, like, I know for a fact Crawford is small because I was in camp with him. So, like, I feel like I was even bigger than Crawford. He's not really a big guy. He's just pure talent and skill.
Bring this back to yourself, Peter. I just give you the opportunity, the final word here, to any rivals, any fighters you want to name, mention, call out if you'd like to any supporters you'd like to thank, whatever it is, the final message, what would you like to say?
Tell my supporters, thank you for supporting me. I'll be back in the ring. Sorry about my last 2 performances. Coming back even harder than ever. Pause. And I want to say to all these boxers out here, stop being scared to fight. Let's get this money. You boxing just to tell people you a boxer, or you boxing to make a living. Like, you want to tell everybody you're a boxer, but you don't want to fight anybody. Stop being soft. Get in the ring. Let's get this money, and let's entertain the fans.
Peter, pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you back in the ring. Congratulations on your new venture as well, being a firefighter. It sounds like really rewarding and fulfilling work as well too. So we'll see you hopefully again soon. Much appreciated, Peter.
All right, thank you, George. Have a great one.